the way to Leaf, and this is the Leaf Cast, where we talk about the epic fantasy tale by Robert Jordan, The Wheel of Time, and we have first time readers. So this is what we do. We normally banter a little bit. Bantering by myself is, you know, I don't know. I was told that I would go blind if I bantered a lot by myself. So that's why I like to banter with others. So what we are going to do is bring in our friends as soon as my dumb eyes find out. All right, are we ready? All right, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Let's bring them in. You got the me remix. Oh shit, they're reading. And then
Dan, I'm kind of disappointed.
Talk to me.
This is a banter positive environment. And I heard you say some things that were distinctly not banter positive.
I grew up with this is something I'm trying to get past. I grew up with a lot of shame about bantering alone.
Yeah.
No, thank you for bringing it up. Yeah,
it's actually good for you. Just so everyone knows, it's not a sin. Everyone should do it.
The more you banter, the better you get at when you actually get into a debate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. You know, that's best debates.
I don't need a partner to banter. I can banter all by myself.
Likewise, Carissa. This is what we explore our minds.
Yes, indeed. We got the love. Yeah. Never disturb a reader. I agree. All of us ears. Hi guys. Last week was our 150th episode. I was actually up visiting live in the studio that is Ken Ryan's luxurious place in
domicile.
Yeah, man, it was fun. I'm still thinking about that. That was such a fun show. If you didn't watch till the end, do so. There's a surprise.
Four surprises.
4 surprises. So yeah, it was fun. Man, it was fun. So, but we're back to the biz now. We're back to business. Here we are, like making these cats already delay their reading by a week, and now it's been like 3 weeks since Josh and Kay has read this stuff. I'm sure they. Wow. So we're gonna talk a little bit about this. I think that these actually, I love one of the chapters. One of the chapters was very hard to read in retrospect.
Which one?
The Bethany one, or what's her name?
Yeah,
the slaver one.
Oh, the one where she's like doing the round.
Yeah. Oh man, that's a fucked up chapter. It's really well written shit because she does not see that at all.
That's a fucked up chapter.
Sorry.
That is a fucked up chapter, and I didn't really like reading it. I was like, really? I could have done without this chapter.
No, I liked it, actually.
Really?
I liked it. Yeah. It was hard to read. So we'll get to it.
I hate that this made me think of this, but it made me think of Beth Doman's name, and I was like, what in the hell? Why would she name herself after that? And I was like, obviously she didn't do that. And I love Beth so much. She's like the polar opposite of this woman.
Oh, no.
You know? So I just thought it was very unfortunate because that's what my brain just did with like the little bit of, I don't know what, ADHD. A lot of ADHD and a little bit of disassociation. And sorry, Beth, I love you.
Carrie John, we are with you. I've been reading along your little summaries. They're awesome. Keep them going.
Yeah,
keep going. And as soon as you catch up, we'll have you on our show for real. So come on, get there.
Carrie.
All right, keep on, Carrie John.
This is
So,
weird
yeah,
for
we're
me today.
ju-
I
Go
can't
ahead.
see any comments. Just really quickly, I can't see any comments or anything. I'm on my iPad today, so it's just super strange. So if I don't respond to anything, that's why. I'm gonna try to glance at my phone every now and then. But anyway, go ahead, Dan.
Mm.
I love you guys.
No, and I'll try to. My eyes suck. I actually got a second screen, a second monitor, but I haven't
Nice.
set it up. And I'm going to California tomorrow, so I'm not setting it up until I get home. But
Yeah.
I'll eventually be all modern with 2 monitors and shit. Look at me,
You're gonna be like
Yeah.
switching. Your mouse is just gonna
Bougie.
fly. from
bougie
one-
puppet. Yeah, I'm all, oh, I need my second
Bougie.
monitor, but it's travel friendly.
Nice.
But we are talking 4 chapters today. We're doing
Yeah.
chapters 18
No,
through 21.
aren't we doing 17 also?
Oh, are we
I
doing
don't think
17?
so.
Okay, we're doing 17 also then. I did not remember that. So, okay. Yeah, we're doing pink ribbons too. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Well, okay. I didn't prep on that, but I have highlights, so we'll go through it together. Chapter 17 is called Pink Ribbons. It has the 5 dice, all showing 6s, boxcars all across the board. And this is right after the Golem just tried to kill Matt, and this guy Noel helped him out. So he's like, "Yeah, Noel, you come with me. We're going."
Yeah. We're going through.
Um,
So he brings him back to the capital, right?
Gets it back. He goes into the palace, and Teslin. Let's see. Oh wait. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happens here. So there's talk about seekers in the capital there.
The dice are still rolling around in Matt's head.
Right.
But then is this the
Mhm.
chapter that they stopped?
This is where he meets. Is this the one where he meets?
Oh yeah, he meets the 3 people, 3 or 4 that he's never
Two
met
on.
before.
He meets Tuon, and they stop basically.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. And so what the hell was that all about? What did you think that meant? Because
Well,
it's like
she's the-
for him, he's freaking out, right?
She's the daughter of the 9 Moons, which we know he's going to marry.
Yeah. So, but he couldn't figure it out.
He
So
hasn't figured it out yet, but yeah.
It's just that's what's happened. It's just as soon as he met Tuon, like that's what happened to him, and he just doesn't know yet.
Yeah, he can't figure it. He hasn't figured it out. He's like, all I did was meet these women.
Yeah.
Well, does Tuon is Tuon aware of this relationship?
No, not that we know.
Right.
Okay, because she is all about omens and shit, though.
Yeah.
Right, Kay?
Yeah, but she's never met. Has she ever met Min?
No, it's not.
that we know.
I told him that. It's
Oh, who was it?
the Ailfin.
Right.
Oh,
It came
That's
as one of
right.
the second 3 answers.
That was
when he
so
got hung.
long ago.
Mhm.
That was so long ago. Yes, you're right. I remember. I loved that chapter. That was such a that whole thing was so trippy. Actually, my brain goes back to that scene as I've
Mhm.
done, as you know, Josh, and you know too, Dan. I've been going on this deep dive, weird rabbit hole of like watching DMT experiences and reading about them, and I always go back to these Elfin and Elfin, like I can never remember which one it is that comes into my brain, but I don't know why. Anyway.
The fox-looking one or the other one?
What?
The one that looks like a fox?
No. The
The
one
snake?
on the one on the really the snake leg on the really high stool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I remember it not correctly.
Yeah. Yep.
Right? Yeah. Anyways, so the dice stop because he meets Tuon. Cool.
Yeah. So it's essentially he was he gets Nolan. What do you guys? Any thoughts about?
We
this
talked
old
about
man?
this briefly. We talked about this briefly at the end of the second to last show.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, it's suspicious that he was there before. on the bench or on the barrel in the alley, and now he's here again. He clearly was interested in the Aes Sedai before, so he's got some sense of what's going on. He's not just some random dude. Why is he so gnarled? Maybe he's traveled a lot. I don't know. It seems like he's had some rough times, slept in some alleys.
Yeah. But now he's in the palace. So what do you know?
Yep. Makes me wonder if he didn't get himself put there on purpose, or is it Matt's Ta'Veren that brings them together, or this guy's planning that brings them together? Does it matter? And would it change things either way?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to. I don't think it matters. I don't know if it would change things necessarily, though. I mean, I guess that would.
Well, how you feel about Noel, I guess, is what I mean. Does it change how you feel about Noel if he put himself there versus Matt's Ta'Veren is bringing him there versus the pattern or whatever, right?
I mean, yeah, I kind of don't really like anybody manipulating anybody into a situation, so I definitely would feel differently about him and not trust him if that's what he's doing, because why? What are the intentions there? They're usually selfish on some level, so it's probably not for his benefit, not for Matt's benefit. So yeah, it would definitely make me doubt that person. So I guess then in that way,
right,
then
right.
Yeah, it totally matters. What do you think? Do you think he did it on purpose?
I really don't know. It could go either way. I feel like evenly.
Yeah.
It's suspicious that we've seen him before, for sure, but that could also just be the pattern. That could be the pattern. That could be Matt.
Well, we know there are spies all over the place too, and he could be part of that.
Right. Was he there to save Matt from the Golem because he was following Matt? Or was he really just randomly there, Ta'Veren brought there, or the pattern brought him there, or whatever, right?
Right.
We don't know the answer, but there's a lot of questions for sure.
Yeah.
Well, all the soldiers and everyone seemed to like him. He starts telling a story right away. They're like, "Oh, hey, ha ha ha."
So we know he's a storyteller. So I don't know.
You can't trust a storyteller.
It's like
Gleeman.
Yeah, like is he a Gleeman? Is he a writer? Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you think
Maybe
Tom
he's
knows
the
him
editor
before having
of
met
all
him?
Do I think Tom knows him?
What do you think, Kay? Do you think Tom knows him before we see them meet ever, if they ever do? Do you think Tom knows this guy?
I feel like Tom kind of knows everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he does.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Probably. Because he's got this grittiness, this history. There's some parallels in the way that he's kind of presented to us. And so yeah, I think that would be very, very plausible. He's seen a lot, he's been through a lot of travels, and he's got a lot of stories. So does Tom. And
okay, yeah. Right on. I like that. So Matt goes back to his the apartment, Tyland's fuck palace. Walks in and what? There's two on. What? He calls her a girl. She is this tall woman there who's talks shit to her. She's like, "Don't be dumb, girl." And Tuon tries to buy Matt.
Right.
She's like, "Oh, whatever you paid for? I'll pay. I'll buy him." She's like, "Oh, he's a free man." They're like, "Oh, titter, 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 titter." So right away, she's just like, "Oh, I'll buy him."
That was funny.
Tyland is trying to get all into all up into the shit though, right? Okay. She's like, "Hey, they're gonna want some blood. They can just appoint people as being blood.
Right.
I think I can be blood, man. I'm gonna shave my head. I'll punk rock. I'm gonna look like Bow Wow Wow girl.
Right? What the hell was with that?
Right?
I mean, okay. No, everything seems cultural and like there's a point to fitting in.
Yeah, so she's just reading the room and being like, well, look at these guys got a big ass army. I mean, obviously they got bigger army than everyone I've ever seen. They got flying dragon things. They got channel people on leashes. You know what?
Yeah. Tuan does say, I myself will write your name as one of the blood.
Yes, exactly. You are a sister to me and to Surath. Tuan said in a surprisingly gentle voice. I liked that too. Surprisingly gentle. She's always such a witch.
At the end, everyone leaves. Thailand is like, all right, Matt, my little piglet, my little sweetling, my little duck. He's like, yeah, Gollum tried to kill me tonight. And she's like, fuck him. I can't have you. Can't have you. Not tonight. You're mine. She puts that dagger in the bedpost. He's like, all right.
Oh,
Whips out some pink shit. It says, quote, she had not forgotten about the pink ribbons, and that made him forget about everything else for quite a long time.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was so weird. You were lucky to escape with a trip to the flogging post.
That was my wall panel.
Nice.
Did you notice the bird references in this one paragraph? It's kind of interesting. In that Sweetling paragraph, it says, "They are very peculiar people, Sweetling." Suddenly she flaked from mud from his cheek with one finger. He had not realized he had mud in his face, too. Suddenly, the eagle was strong in her eyes. Do you recall the pink ribbon, Sweetling? When I come back, we'll see how you look in pink. And then she swanned out of the room.
Nice.
Ooh.
With Tuan and Surath, trailed by Anath and Sojin, yeah.
That's amazing. I did not catch that.
Sing bird metaphor at the end of it.
That's awesome.
I know he compared her to being like an eagle in terms of like her attentions.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Okay, I have a
That's
couple
what
obligations in this chapter.
Talk to me.
Yeah, a couple to us, yeah.
Tapped the side of his pointed helmet.
Huh? Okay. Yep.
Right. Well, pursed his lips, but you know, flicked his rod.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just find them. They're all underlined in pink.
Mine are in blue.
Oh, there was this weird point at which when they were talking about the boyish appearing Karian, who was 10 years older than Matt. It reminded me of that thing that's going on in social media right now with what is it? Something maxing, face maxing, or something that guys are doing now, where they're doing this thing called mooing, and it's like putting your tongue at the top of the roof of your mouth to make your jaw look square. It's the weirdest fucking thing in the whole world, and the weirdest trend. No offense if anybody out there is trying it. I mean, do all the healthy things, but the you know what the weird things are. Don't do those. It's just.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I'm proof that it works.
You mew all the time. You're
yeah. Now I have that face like the guy from Mad Men.
Yeah, and no neck. So
come on. What are you gonna do?
It's called built.
What are you gonna do? I had no drinking obligations in this chapter. I know it's a shock, but the dice did stop when she met Tuan. So
yes.
I guess Josh kind of assumes that's the prophecy.
That makes sense to me. I did not put that together at all when I was reading it. I was like, oh, why did the dice stop? What? Wait, what? And he's like, I just met these 3 ladies. That's it. And then I just kept waiting for something else to happen. like him, like Matt. I was just like Matt. But also in these chapters, I thought it was really cool. For some reason, I noticed the staff a lot more. Maybe he just wrote about it a lot more. It felt a lot more like Robert Jordan is Matt, for some reason.
Yeah,
in
like we
these
talked about
chapters.
last week. Yeah.
And and you've been talking about that, Josh, and maybe that's why it's like sitting with me when I'm listening to them now. I'm just like saturated with that. I'm like, yeah, he is Matt. No, it's so true.
Oh, totally.
And with the staff is like, and him integrating that into like the way that Matt like even walks out of a room, because typically you'd say something like they're sauntering into a room. I don't know. It seems like a presenting type of thing that you would decipher. Although I know nothing about writing, so who the fuck? What do I know? But it just, I don't know. I just like how he puts it in there. In strange times we notice it. In strange times he pulls it out of his ass, kind of, like, but not because obviously.
I'm sure that whole Eagle and Swan. Yeah, that whole Eagle and Swan thing was clearly on purpose.
Yeah, and she calls him Pigeon as well, or on like the previous page. There was another one too, I feel like, that I saw. I'm not seeing at the moment. I love this bit where she's like, oh, right, Tylan looked like an eagle who wanted her rabbit fried. Ryan, what up?
Hi, Ryan.
Hello. Thanks for holding down the fort for me, Brother Dan.
Hey, no problem. And then, wow, we have a bunch of people watching. Thank you so much for being here. If you,
Dan, act like we've been there. Act like you've been there.
Well, that.
Hey, we got 27 people watching. Everyone, let's get those burner accounts going and bring that number to 54.
Ryan, can you turn your mic down just a hair?
I can.
Came in hot, dude.
Hot.
Yeah. How about that? Are we good? More?
More.
Jesus.
More,
Just like a bass player getting asked to turn down.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I was admiring the bass line in that song that we opened with today, Ryan.
Yeah.
So good. So
Thank
good.
you. Thank you. I saw Tim Heaney admiring it too. That was fun.
Yeah. All right. So, what else in chapter 17 before we jump on to chapter 18?
I think that's it. Oh, and here it is. Tylan turned in a chair, carved to look like gilded bamboo, and stared at him over a golden wine cup. Waves of glossy black hair touched with gray temples framed a beautiful face with the eyes of a bird of prey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not
Okay.
great though. Your mic isn't the best. Well,
It's on the
Yeah.
iPad, that's why.
Yeah, it's the iPad mic. I'll
okay.
scooch in.
Okay.
Maybe it'll start working again. I don't know. Ryan jumped on and my earbuds went, nope, that's too much.
That's it.
So, why, like, Robert Jordan loves to describe women as birds.
Yeah, you like the British?
Bail described as birds repeatedly. Tylan now. I feel like there's a third as well from earlier in the series that was described like a bird, often like a bird. Bear Lane.
Bear Lane, yeah.
Yeah, the
This-
hawk and the.
God,
the hawk
Brother
and the
Dan, look at this
falcon.
guy.
Yeah.
Look at this guy.
So I don't know. It's just an interesting, like, I'm not exactly sure the symbolism behind all that and like what to read into it, but it's interesting to notice for sure.
Hi, Iris. Glad you're here.
Hello.
Glad you're on. Yeah, there's birds. That is a return motif, I think. I don't think any of the main girls have been called. Have they?
The
Oh,
main,
like any of the main female characters?
like Moiraine,
Yeah.
or any of the possibly Taveran women.
If Moraine were a bird, what bird would she be?
Bird of prey.
The bald eagle.
Yeah, baldy.
Yeah.
Your mom is a bird.
bird.
Thank
bird
you,
is a-
Josh.
Your mom's a bird, bird, bird. Your mom's a bird is a word.
Great heron or something. I don't know. Some. Oh, albatross.
Yes, dodo.
Okay.
The extinct
Oh,
dodo bird.
Albatross.
Dodo birds were known for walking around with a cane and just hitting you. That's why they're extinct, because their only source of defense was that switch.
Is that okay? That gets the ankle. Yeah. Well, chapter 18 starts out right off the bat with me for like 2 drinking obligations.
All right, lay them on us.
One says, tapped her full lips.
Okay.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. The other one says, pretty enough to make a man swallow.
Yep.
Her big dark.
Her big dark?
Swallow her big dark.
Wow. Yeah, that means so many new categories for searching. Big
Pretty
dark.
enough to make a man swallow her big dark. Yeah. It's called An Offer. It's chapter 18, and it has the Shanshin helmet. Pretty cool helmet. It's a matte chapter. It's a couple days after the golem tried to kill him, and he is pretty bored. He's hanging around.
Downtown by myself, and I have so much caffeine, and I was thinking about myself. Sorry.
Go on.
Yeah. You can't stop. One of the rules is once you start a song, you have to complete it to fruition. We have, if it's a long song, that's your fault.
Like a double cherry pie. Yeah, there she was. I don't know the rest.
I literally have no idea what she's talking about. Does anybody know what she's talking about?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Josh knows.
Like Disco Superfly.
Dou-
See, Jen knows.
Double cherry pie?
Hang
I
down.
smell
How do you get a double cherry pie?
How do you get Disco Superfly?
Well, I'll show you tonight.
Well,
Well, I'll show you.
You just asked. Do you want German?
Your
Do
mom's
you
a
want,
double
do you want Danish?
all right.
I'm leaving.
Yes, Josh.
Oh, he was singing. Josh was singing.
Oh, was he singing with us?
Oh, yeah. He has to finish the song.
No, Marcy Playground.
Mercy Playground.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
You
So we get a little background of the Shanshin and their what they're doing here. There's a bunch of them here. Matt's saying the place is fucking swimming with Shanshin. There's the Ogier gardeners we see.
100?
There's 100 of them. Yeah.
He counts
100.
fast.
He counts. Yeah, 500
Yeah.
men of the Death Watch Guard.
Like, just like.
He's
All right,
all
five?
touches the 36 hours.
Yeah, right. 5 days. Yeah, so I carry the 4.
It says Shanshin flowed out from Abu Dar and news flowed in. And my favorite drinking obligation is in this paragraph here. Quote, semen spread.
It
Semen-
does. It does do that.
Yeah.
Semen spread.
There was 2 on the first page we didn't do either.
Okay.
He still came away from them, bubbling equally over her bosom.
Yes. Josh.
Yeah.
Came bubbling over her bosom.
Yeah. And the lad ran out of the rooms that had once been Matt's.
The lad ran out of the room that had once been Matt's.
Yeah. And then Tom often slipped in.
Okay, yeah, no, that's a good one. Okay. All right, I'm with you.
That was excellent.
Yeah.
What? Good timing.
So proud.
I was like so hoping we didn't go back to that. I was like, please, let's ignore that one. I put the funny video on. I like let's
Let's move along here.
Matt burned the pink ribbons in the fireplace. Was there any significance at all, I guess, to those pink ribbons in your guys' eyes?
Yeah.
If no, that's fine. I mean, besides just weird sex stuff.
Yeah, just weird sex. I mean, like the whole like, yeah, exactly, the weird sex stuff, all of it, the whole like control that she had over him, the fucking hate. He hated it. He hates the pink.
Yes.
He hated the frilliness of it all. He hated all of it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, and those
it's very symbolic.
I think we're confidently can say that as a channel, we stand behind this statement that even though there are times when he might have enjoyed it or thought he was enjoying himself, it doesn't make it okay. In fact, that's what makes when things like this happen to younger people, that type of confusion can haunt them for the rest of their lives. Unpacking that might take a long time for Matt. So we don't need to dive into it. If you ever need help, reach out. You're not alone. These are sensitive subjects, but for sure, we do not. We are firmly in the camp that this was inappropriate.
In
bullshit.
in all ways. Yeah,
Well said.
absolutely. Yeah, well said. Rape
Well,
bullshit.
Also, keep in mind that the whole idea of fantasy, like in eroticism in general, desire, is built around breaking taboos. So if you imagine Robert Jordan in the role of Matt, it's very easy to see how sexual fantasy of breaking taboos here fits very squarely into the round hole with this round peg of like the author
Drink.
himself into these situations as an erotic fantasy, which by itself, the nature of fantasy itself requires that fine line. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever read like
my sister loves these like pirate harlequin romance novels, and the pirate always like steals the woman, and it's all bad, but all of a sudden she like gets total fucking Stanford prison experiment, Stockholm syndrome, and falls in love with him.
I don't know if anyone's ever read the book Mating in Captivity, but she goes a lot into this in that book, which is beautiful.
There's probably like a book that I know a lot of men and women, a lot of women I know about it, is like that whole 50 grades
50 Shades.
50 Grades of Shay.
Thank you. That was so hard for me to get out of my mouth.
That's Thank you. I know. Impressive.
50 Grades of Shay. Yeah.
Okay, so it works out. Hey,
And
you know what I'm talking about, though, and that's exactly this kind of thing, though, where like this timid person, not into it at all, not excited about it, but is absolutely groomed by this older man and then becomes his absolute like sex slave. And even when she breaks it off many, many, many times and says no 10,000 times throughout the book, as she's biting her lip for whatever reason, that author decides to use that fucking reference so many times, and it's annoying. Anyway, like it's still not okay. You don't get to just like treat people like it's such a weird storyline.
Well, again, keep in mind that that's a story, and so it's the author. You could read a story as being the author's fantasy.
What are we reading?
Right, we're reading Robert Jordan's literal fantasy book that could be itself.
Right. And to your point then, Josh, to your point then, I mean, Matt suffers no trauma because it wasn't written on the page. Right. We're putting this sort of thing upon him.
I disagree. I think the signs are subtle. Like the signs are subtle. He was crying last 2 shows ago. He's like, we have fucking Matt crying. Like she made Matty Boy cry.
Right.
Yeah, that's not good.
And
I hear you, but where else?
He talks about being scared a lot.
Yeah.
Around her, and that in itself is that she's intimidated him to a point of feeling terrified. Even at the thought of getting home just right in the perfect time so that he doesn't lose out on food, but then also doesn't have to like super please her all night long. That is a fucked up way to live, and
Right.
it's just none of it is okay.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she was withdrawing food. She was threatening him with a knife. Who knows? I mean, and he had no say in any of this. And so, yeah, the whole thing is just a horrible, horrible thing. But it is, again, just words on a page. I mean, I guess. It's a fantasy book, I guess, you know?
It's a fantasy.
It
book.
is.
Yeah.
Within fantasy. So it's.
But
He's like, yeah.
more importantly though, so then like what does it mean for Matt? And what is the author's intention? I don't believe the author is trying to be controversial. In fact, I actually fear he's trying to make it. I think he finds this a little funny because Matt's the womanizer who goes around pinching bottoms and getting all the ladies, and Matt sizes women up in a sexual manner every time. If you're too skinny, he doesn't like you. X, Y, and Z. So then it happens to him, and we see it time and time again. They're admiring his bottom. They're making him turn around. They're exploiting his looks. So
Well, and as
Yeah.
far as he was in other ways, like even for the time period that he was writing this, it's still, you're right, like really just rings inappropriate in the way that he wrote it, and it
do you think Matt will be changed by this?
I mean, I think we already see it changing his values.
yeah.
Do you think he?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you think he wouldn't like? Do you think his offer to help the women he does in this chapter is it influenced by him being like basically held captive?
The Aes Sedai? Yes, because of his own predicament. He's more willing to go out and help these other women who are basically he can see in the same situation.
Okay.
So if he
fascinating.
hadn't experienced that, would he go out of his way to help them? Probably not. So in a sense, that moment sets up the need for this entire thing to happen.
When
Cool.
Matt goes to the inn, the wandering woman, to bury his loot under the kitchen floorboards, Satella Nan kind of gives a little background in this, and she says, quote, "You don't know our ways, that's the trouble," she said. "Pretties are an old and honored custom in Altara. Many a young man or woman had a final fling as a pretty, pampered and showered with presents before settling down. But you see, a pretty leaves when she chooses. Silence should be treating you as I hear she is still. I must say she dresses you well." But so is there any, I guess, I mean, this is the queen of their culture.
Yeah.
Is there any, I guess, forgiveness granted because it is a time-honored tradition for this shit to happen?
No.
Okay. Okay. No, fair enough.
What is it? What is it? The king's right? Like during weddings, like the king, like when they all like,
Yeah, really.
right? Like just because it's tradition doesn't mean the king can dip in before his prince.
Okay.
I mean, if we thought about all the traditions, like that actually still exist today in cultures, and how women are treated, how men are treated. Not so much the men. A lot of the time, it is like women in a lesser position of power being treated by a man in a higher position of power in a sexualized way. It's just.
If Satella Nan was a man, and if it was Satella Man, and it was, let's say, Elaine wanting to bury her shit,
Satella Man. So
and it was Elaine wanting to bury her shit in the kitchen, and if he said, "Well, here, open up your coat and give me a twirl first. Let me see what the queen's getting. Yeah, that's some queen junk right there." It would be as creepy as possible. So I guess there is a way to
go. Yep, typical.
No, it would come across so fucking creepy, but this doesn't come across creepy when it says it turned out that she did. He could use it. The rental price was for him to hold out his cloak and turn around so she could get a better look. She grinned like a cat.
Not a bird.
Not a bird.
Like a cat.
Not a bird.
Cat. So yeah, I mean, if we switch genders, it's fucking gross.
But the cat metaphor is important, right? What does a cat do?
Yeah,
what does the cat do?
It eats birds, you know,
Or
right?
a mouse, or a bird, yeah. But
Or piglet.
it stalks it. It's like a predator, right? So
Right. And it doesn't use it for like food. It plays with it
Plays with
and
it.
has and toys with it and uses it as a toy and then presents it maybe to, like its master when it's already dead or died. Cats are fucking weird in that way, like with their prey though. It's not like for sustenance.
All right, before I just want to remind everyone we are on chapter 18 of Winter's Heart. But
Why am I talking about something else?
but I think it's interesting that
no, we just have a bunch of people watching.
I do think it's interesting though that he chooses that cat metaphor to in a sense, does that make us feel sorry for Matt that he's suddenly prey? Like, what is the
I feel
role
sorry.
of Matt?
It's not suddenly. I don't suddenly feel sorry for Matt.
You continue to feel sorry for him.
Yeah. This is just an ongoing like, fuck, Matt sucks. And
Yeah.
Not he doesn't suck. It's just a sucky situation.
Yeah, like he's like planning like a slow escape out of the city. He's like,
Wow. He's like hoarding supplies in a distant place so that he can, leave safely. This is like what a battered woman does. This is exactly what a battered woman does. And she's trying to get out of a bad situation. She'll take little things and stash them at people's houses just in case. And for that one day when I have the balls to leave, like that's a very common thing.
Right.
oh,
A lot of these.
I thought you're gonna say that you would go to the local fireworks maker and make out with her.
Go to the local fireworks maker. Well, even Thailand, right?
So, I mean, Matt is just getting stank all over the place because it's like right before then it says, quote, Thailand put her mind to what she was doing, and for a time, he forgot fireworks and Eludra and escaping for a time. Put her mind to what do you think she was doing, guys?
Oh,
Never mind.
Yeah, let's
But
get
I
to-
do have a drinking obligation. It's, quote, fingering the scar hidden beneath.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Fingering the scar hidden beneath.
No, is it a good one?
Hey,
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on. Come on.
Ryan. Now I'm confused.
Come on. Come on.
Fine. There you go. You
All
take.
right.
So Matt goes and checks out Eludra. He did find a bell founder. Bell founder. He found a bell. He find.
Who's the bell?
He find a bell founder. He find
Hey,
it.
you caught my
A-
thing.
He found a bell finder.
Find a bell finder.
So Julian gets himself beat down too because of his sneaking around in the upper apartments. What do you think's going on with that, Kate? Is he having an affair with Asanchan?
Sneaking around in the upper apartment.
Yeah, Julian. He keeps getting beat.
Beat
Oh.
by Sarath for earned him a strapping hung by his wrists.
Was this the one that he considers kissing? That he pretends to kiss to protect her?
No, that was
No. Yeah, that's
That was
later.
Matt with Aes Sedai.
Oh.
No, that's the guy who hangs out with Tom. The
Thief catcher.
Julian is the thief catcher. The skinny dude with the funny hat and the skinny stick. The long skinny
Okay.
stick that he
So
carries.
I think Julian is having.
Yeah, it looks like Matt always is like, oh, look it, he just got his ass kicked, but he's still going up to those women's apartments. He's
Right.
Oh
gonna get-
yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's. Who knows for sure, really? But like, it seems like there's some. Yeah, it seems like there's some stuff going on. It could be like a saloon feel. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah, saloon, yeah.
Cats like their butts.
At some point in the night, Julian gets pushed out of two swinging doors and falls over the banister onto some tables. a woman in knickers and a.
Y'all get back out of here now, here.
Which brings me
Julian
to our
already-
next obligation: spilled into the hole. Did I say that one already?
No.
No, yeah, but
No.
I think we talked over it. That's a good one. That's very visual.
Aludra can kiss. She sure can kiss. She
Mhm.
allowed no more than kisses, but she was very enthusiastic about those.
Oh, yeah.
What do you, so? I mean, what is kiss? Like, what are we talking kisses really?
What do you want to? Why
Sorry,
don't you
never mind.
show us on the back of your
All
hair?
right.
All right, was it?
French kisses.
Yeah.
All right. Are we talking? Is he
Altarin kisses.
Altarin kisses?
Yeah, that's what they would be, right?
They're
Oh,
Alt Ryan
What does
kisses.
that look like? That?
Altarin kisses. Ryan, are you a demisexual? You big monster, you.
Look
I'm
at
a-
him.
I'm so proud of you.
I think I'm a demisexual, which means you have to have romantic feelings for someone you're
No,
attracted to.
demisexual.
Demi? I thought that meant I like Demi more. than
Yeah,
G.I.
it was
Jane.
me. It's
Only
to me.
Who you have an emotional attachment to.
I think the algorithms, you guys must be killing it in the likes or something. We're having a lot of people watching this. This is exciting.
Wow. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Well, here's another
You love
drinking obligation
me.
then.
You really, really love us.
All right, this is broken up in the same sentence though. All right.
Okay.
Quote: He froze at the sight of her fingering. Black shaft.
Nice.
Black Shaft. Okay.
How's that? All right.
Let's
Thanks.
just move on.
So yeah, Thailand is trying to be all Shanshin. She started painting her nails, like only 2 of them, like a bouge, super bouge.
Thank you, Mr.
She's gonna get a mullet eventually. So gross. It says, "quote It was not that he disliked being bedded by Thailand, but there was only so many hours of daylight." He's trying to figure out the relationship between Sarath, Tuon, and Anath. I guess we see that. I mean, what do you guys give me your view on what you think that whole relationship is in your words, if you can.
Yeah, what?
So Tuon, these are the 3 shots. There's the High Lady Sarath.
So Sarath is below Tuon, and
Tuon, and then Anath is the woman who like yells at her.
she's her Sojin with her voice. So she actually can scold her and like tell her she's wrong. That's her station, but she's still below Tuon ultimately.
Is she below Sarath?
No.
Okay. Anath is above Sarath, but
Right.
below Tuon.
Right.
Okay.
I think, even though I don't think the Sojin is necessarily of the blood. Like if we think back, Bael Domin is Sojin to the woman who fled from the battle with Rand. Who we read about.
Igianin?
Eganin, yes. Who's now
Yeah.
like a queen of the green or something. Queen of the white. I don't know. Some
Captain of the Green or something.
Captain of the
Yeah,
Green.
yeah, something. Yeah. Matt goes back to his apartment and finds Tuon checking out his Shandari. She's like, "Where'd you get this? Can I buy it? Can I have it? Can I have it? I like it. Can I have it?" He's like, "No." There's the last drinking obligation I have for this chapter is, quote, "a mouthful of wood."
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. She's like, name your price, I'll pay it. He's like, I bought it, but I didn't pay gold. Take that as a riddle. She's like, whoa.
Yeah. All right. So did you guys? I wasn't on when we first talked about it, but Tuon noticed Matt's. I think a ring. He had an embossed ring.
the fox head and chicken ring.
Oh, the signet.
Yeah, the signet. Oh, I think we lost them on their internet.
My shit
there-
just
oh.
cut out. I'm back.
Oh, I
though.
see you. Yeah, you're both back now.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Lemon Garden. Yeah,
Yeah, manumission.
manumission.
Is it money?
Manumission. I like those are the best tortillas of the manumission.
Uh-huh.
Right. Manumission.
All right, so
Is there
Josh,
anything- Yeah, go ahead.
I cut out when Josh was answering. I don't mind if you don't mind. What were you saying, Josh?
I don't remember. What were you asking about again?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Let's move on. I'm all upset by the internet.
No, that's
I
right.
know. We're getting new internet.
Oh,
too.
the
It's all
fox,
this way.
fox head and the fox and chicken ring.
Yes. So she I think stiffened when she looked at it and then walks away.
It was probably
Well, because it's a fox and cock ring.
And she was just like, "Wow, that's the size alone,
There's a
right?"
rooster. No, there's a rooster on it. Yeah.
No, yeah. So, what do you think? Do you think she was like, "That's an omen," and is that why she's like looming around? Like, okay. So, what was like? Embossed. That's funny. I loved like the training montage of like Matt leaves the room and there she is staring at him. Matt, it reminded me of like a Benny Hill skit or something. Everywhere Matt turns, he goes to the bathroom and like her head like slides out underneath the stall and he's just like, "What do you want?"
I like this. I accept what Josh means.
Yes, I'm still trying.
Josh
'cause he-
means well. I accept what Josh
No,
means.
Josh is mean. You guys are not getting this. After all 150 fucking shows, you're not getting how mean Josh is?
No way. No. I'll be
No,
right back.
no. We love you. He's like, that's fine.
I'm oot. No, I can keep going. So, anything else about that chapter? All right, we can move on then.
Loving these Matt chapters, though.
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot about what Josh said about Robert Jordan and like
Me
embody.
too.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
did talk about that a little bit, and how I was just saying something about like the staff, like the use of the staff. I like how he.
And it is interesting because by the end of his tenured existence, exalted as it is, he wore like a black hat and walked around with a cane.
This is what I'm saying. I love that.
Right, like-
Exactly.
Okay,
I
okay.
love how it's like looking more and more like.
So did Terry Pratchett. So I should tell you something.
Oh no! The hell.
Well, we are jumping to
I'll
chapter
get to it.
19. No, 19.
I'll be right back.
That's the average age in Vietnam, apparently, according to the song. It is called Three Women, and it is a Matt chapter. And
Oh,
he
that's a drinking
is
obligation right there.
Three women. Three women.
It's
He's
the
hanging
rare
out.
double one when it's a chapter title and a drinking obligation. Like that should be like a special.
And the icon kind of does look like a little spermy.
Okay.
It looks
All right.
a little spermy.
Looks a little spermy,
Gross.
right?
Gross.
No, Bluey.
Like the
Um,
thing, like a floater in your eye when.
Yeah, yeah. Where you don't look at it because it just bolts.
Yes, you're like, "What? I don't see
Boing,
you. I don't
boing,
see you. There you are. No, damn it, you moved. Yeah. You have to like unfocus your eyes, like those like weird paintings that are just combobulated until you do that thing with your eye.
I used to think they were like worms and stuff. I'm like, I got like
Yes,
larvae.
like we got like a
floating in
jungle.
that all.
Yeah, jungle of shit in your eye.
Yeah. All right, so Matt's at the Wandering Woman. It's in
Wandering
the rough side of town, but it's a nice place. So Telenon is not there. Her daughter's there. Daughter doesn't really like Matt or his kind. Let's say that. Place is fucking filled with Shanshan. It's filled to the teeth with Shanshan. and he sees a serving woman. It says Mara seized a passing serving maid, a smoky-eyed cat of a woman he knew well. So there's a cat metaphor again, Josh.
Smoky eyes
And
of a woman.
and him knowing her well, I'm assuming that means biblically.
Yes.
So yeah. So I guess cats and birds are a thing when it comes to sex with him.
Brother Dan,
Right.
I gotta go get a charger. I'll be right back.
Okay. Man, I miss that guy already.
Yeah, you miss him already? Poor guy.
Yeah. He's like, fuck it. I'll just, I'm going to hang out with my buddies, the cooks in the kitchen. Don't mind me. And he goes in there. We have a couple drinking obligation right here. First one is Pop Boys. Guys,
Pop Boys?
if you got them,
Use them.
smoke them if you got them, Pop Boys. Second one is a plump grunter. Yeah. Josh, do you have a plump grunter? I imagine you have a plump grunter.
What's a plump grunter?
You know goddamn well what I'm talking about.
I don't believe I do.
Hey, Kay, you know what a plump grunter is. Oh, your mom's a plump grunter.
We're all a plump grunter.
Plumpter.
She chased everybody out when Lopin and Niran came.
All right. Matt gets himself some dang, just by being nice. Just by being nice. He's like, you know what? Your fish is top notch. Seriously. Bitchin' fish. She's like, you know what? You get one right now. Plam. You get your fish.
Wow.
He's and he was like, he was thinking, he's like, all right, maybe I'm gonna go to Ludra. I'm gonna wait. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake her ass up. I'm gonna start kissing her. I'm gonna kiss on her, and then hopefully, she, when she's tired, she wants to fuck. If not, hopefully she'll make me breakfast. Right? That's how it works. And you know what? But this fish looks so good. I'm just gonna eat the fish. She's not
gonna right now.
She's not gonna fuck. She's not gonna make me breakfast. I'm just no. The end. Mistress Anand comes in with an Aes Sedai. That Aes Sedai we have seen before. Jolene.
I'm
and
begging of you, please don't let me. What is it? I'm begging of you, please don't.
please don't take my man.
Thank you.
Please don't take him, even though you can, or something. He's like, Jolene, you're hot. My man is a weak dude. He's all I got. If you wear
My man has no backbone, and he's all I've got.
No, he gets boners over women like real easy. Don't please. All right, so Mr. Sanan comes in with Jolene.
Speaking of boners.
Speaking about
Suddenly these Shanshan come in. Hey, we must speak to Kiyapa. And Matt's like, quick thinking. Grabs Jolene, pretends to like, oh yeah, oh baby.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, babe. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what he was doing. Guys, 47
Yeah,
people watching. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad you took that moment to do the weirdest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
I like how she.
Dan is obsessed.
I'm obsessed. I know.
You like how
So-
what, Kay?
No, she like sees him. She like sees what's going on from the corner of her eye, but she didn't realize it immediately, and then she falls into it with him.
Yeah.
It was just nice the way that was kind of like. There was hesitation, at least. She wasn't just like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, let's start making out out of nowhere." Like,
This was terrifying, and I think that Robert Jordan portrayed that pretty well with her reaction
Yeah.
when Aganon and Bail Doman finally leave, where she can't move. She is just sobbing into his face, like, and he carries her down the cellar. He's like, "Geez, my knee. I'm not as young as we used. Back in my day, I could carry women down cellars. From
Dead or alive?
From sunrise to sun, from dead or alive. Yeah.
That's what I said. Back in
Right over
the
shoulder.
day. Hey, time passes. I'm a better person now.
My old football injury, So yeah, he.
I got pneumonia.
But it is Aganon and Bail Doman, who we see later in the chapter, in 2 chapters from here.
Right.
Is her point of view is Aganon, but it's Aganon and Bail that doobie, and he has a haircut, man. He's cut like the blood, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Well, he's a surgeon. He's a surgeon, just like we just talked about, right?
That do be pretty cool for him, I guess.
Doobie doobie doo.
There is drinking obligation quote. Enjoyed it in spite of the throbbing.
Yes.
Okay, I remember that. I was like,
Okay.
that is, yeah, enjoying it despite this throbbing.
Mm-hmm. She was ready
But-
to leap on him again.
Oh no.
We were so close to 50, Dan. We were at 49 just a second ago,
Oh
and
my
I was like, "Let's get to 50, bitch!" And we've never been to 50 before.
Oh
She
my
took
god.
a long- Go on.
Say it, Josh.
No, go on. I just remember how, like, a few books ago, there was that reference of the matchbook, or like, what's her face? Aludra making matches.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
I was just reading to see if this passage was referring to a match. She took a long splinter from a box on the mantelpiece and bent it to light it in the fire. So no, but taking it from the box made me wonder if it was going to be a match. I remember it.
And she flicked it off her tooth, and it flamed up. So rad. Quote. Oh no, never mind. So he's Satel is like, all right, hey, listen,
Mm-hmm.
I found this Aes Sedai.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not giving her to those dirty bitches up there. They're just gonna call her. So I'm gonna keep her down in the cellar. They probably won't search here. Matt's like, I owe you a debt. You warned me. You gave me a note,
Oh,
right?
That's interesting.
You gave me a note.
Oh,
You gave me
yeah.
a note about Nynaeve and Elaine, and you left it on my pillow. And she's like, well, if you help me, then all debts are cleared, Matt. We're cool. And he's like, you dummy. You didn't. It wasn't on the pillow. It was in my pocket. It was in my fucking pocket. Okay, all right. I know you're a liar. Okay. So he's like, all right, damn. He's like, rats. I don't. But I kind of said I'd save her anyway.
It's such a like the way that he has to go about finding out who actually wrote him this note. It just like kind of like sums up the whole distrust between everybody, and like that he's just had to survive like this, and in surviving, he's going to manipulate the truth out of people.
Right. So that's what he does. Is he's like, all right, I'm going up to the attics. I'm going up to the kennels, to the top, the attic. Tyland's apartments is this level. I'm going up here. He goes up there and he's just opening doors. It's like shitty little like fucking wooden like mangers. And he's like sees a bunch of the sea folk, and he's looking. He goes through like 12 people before he finally finds who he's looking for.
Right? Yeah.
And that is Teslin. And he's like, you, Teslin, you helped me. Why did you help me? Or what does he say? He's like, you put a note in my coat pocket. Why? And she's like, Eladia wants those girls, so, and she knows everything about the note. So it's like, all right, obviously.
Came from her. Yeah.
He's like, fuck, all right, now I gotta save her, and I gotta fucking save her. Okay. He's like, I'll figure something out. I'm really gonna try my hardest. And she's like, cool, we gotta save someone else. And by the way, this girl fucking hates, or was it, no, Jolene fucking hates this girl. Because this girl dosed Jolene.
Oh, with the herb.
Yeah.
With some pork root.
Right.
And she says she did it. I did even dose Jolene with pork root so she could no interfere with those girls. And look what it do get me. Jolene did escape, and she's like, well, I got
captured. Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, do what I can. He's like, she even says, this was interesting. She says, if you do help me escape, I will do anything you ask me that does not encompass treason to the white. And she stopped. Her teeth snapped shut, and she sat up straight, staring right through him. Abruptly, she nodded to herself. Help me escape, and I'll do anything you ask of me, she said. He's like, well.
No longer beholden to the White Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Ooh.
And she couldn't lie.
Right.
That was the oath snapping her, right?
I didn't think about that.
What was the three oaths that snapped her, right? It gets tight on you, and no, it wasn't the Adam. It was the three oaths.
Well, but her second oath went even further, though. So the first one had this caveat: I will do anything you ask of me that does not encompass treason to the white. And then she stopped.
Right.
And then she says, help me escape, and I will do anything you ask of me.
Right. She was lying.
Including treason.
Right. She would do treason. That's why it was a lie.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, snap. Oh, I like that. Ryan, 51, you got it.
That's how I read it, but I don't know. Could be wrong, obviously. But
apparently 10 drunken tinkers could attract as much attention as Matt Cawthon. Say again. Okay, I'm sorry.
I just said Josh is never wrong.
I'm off.
No, so far so good.
No, I love it. And I think that makes a lot of sense. And yeah, that's good.
As Matt is
leaving, did you guys before you move on? Did we miss Dan Lou's drinking obligation?
No. Okay. All right. That's funny. Thank you, Dave.
Hey Ryan, look in your personal email. I sent you a picture of Terry Pratchett and Robert Jordan side by side. I'd love to show it.
Okay.
At some point.
Okay.
Fun. Thank you.
So Matt is like, all right, peace out. I'll do what I can. I promise. He leaves. Boom. Runs right into Tuon. Tuon's like, what are you doing, weirdo?
What are you doing here, Matt?
Yeah, you shouldn't have sex with these women. And he's like, come on. She's like, yeah, you can get in trouble. So don't do it. Like,
wait, but before he left her though, she's like, hey, wait. Also, oh my god.
Aren't they like fucking peas in a pod?
That's crazy, yeah.
I looked for one of an old slightly. This is like Robert Jordan, pretty close to the end of his life. He didn't make it as old as Pratchett did, but
that's awesome.
They both look like fucking Matt, do they not?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
I think Terry Pratchett, in my mind, almost looks more like Matt with the curves and the hat and stuff. But
yeah,
it's funny.
That's great.
Funny. Crazy. That's an awesome photo, Josh. Oh,
two dudes, one book. Okay.
That's dirty.
She says here, it's good to know that you're kind to Damane, but you must be careful. There are men who actually take Damane to their beds. Her full mouth twisted in disgust. You would not want anyone to think you were perverted.
That severe expression settled on her face again. Here's the final drinking obligation of this chapter that I have is, quote, what kind of man wanted to bed a woman who was on a leash?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Mm.
And I'll say, me.
Oh, what the hell I gotta say? Oh.
Yes.
No, come on, Hal.
Damn it.
So that is chapter 19.
So
is there
wait,
anything
Brother
that I
Dad, real
missed? Go
quick,
ahead.
that whole that line is so like, who'd want to bet a woman on a leash? It's so like offensive, but I don't know who I'm offended for. Right?
It's funny. It's funny and horrible. It's funny and horrible. Right. I mean,
Well, hey, look, if that's your kink, why kink shame it?
well,
I know,
hold
that's
on.
what I was gonna say. We're not here to kink shame here.
Well,
This is
well,
not
guys,
what
well, guys,
this
no.
show is about.
Let's. I mean, all right.
Is what matters. If what? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, you consent. Yes, exactly. Can these women move? They have a leash on a peg. I mean, is
I
predatory?
get it in the
things
context
happening?
of the book. Okay, I get it.
Okay, but okay. Is that why men aren't allowed? Because they don't have locks on these doors, and the women can't get out, though. I don't know. Anyways,
Probably.
okay. Yeah, kind of gross. So at the end, Matt is like, "All right, I need to figure this shit out." Quote. He had an Aes Sedai hiding in the cellar at the Wandering Woman and 2 wearing Damane leashes who all expected Matt Bloody Cawthon to save their necks. He needed a schemer. It was time to make Tom sit down and talk, and Julian. That's it. He starts humming down at the bottom of the well.
As my friend Logan says, my kink is kink shaming.
Yeah.
Mm.
The ultimate kink troll. Hey Dan, before we move on to the next chapter, let's share that we haven't watched this in a long time.
Oh,
Aw.
Let's take a 2-minute, 30-second
Jolie?
break. This is
Yes,
yeah.
I'll be right back.
Are we hearing the music?
Yep. I misspelled the names.
Yes, I know. I was like, Dan.
I'm gonna stop the dark one if I can. You ride for Beltane and gold and silk and all that's fine. You must think that I am blind, Moraine. You've got your clutches in the boys for Aes Sedai to use as toys. I won't let you steal their joy, Moraine. Moraine, 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 Moraine. Don't tempt these boys just because you can. Moraine, 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 Moraine. Please don't take Paramat and Red. It seems the pattern has a plan involving Paramat and Red. I'm doing all I can. I need the Dark One's forces now rebuild. The prophecies must be fulfilled. The wheel will weave as it will. These boys are vital, try to understand.
Okay.
I need. I'm gonna stop the dark one if I can. If I can.
It really makes me laugh because the last paragraph of this chapter is
Clap, 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 clap.
About
That's amazing. I
it was
love it.
amazing. The last
Oh, go ahead.
the last paragraph of this chapter is Matt thinking unconsciously humming "I'm down at the bottom of the well," and remembering that in 1,000 years ago, that song had been called "The Last Stand of Manetheren," and it fit all.
No,
really well.
it was The Last Stand at Mandenhar.
Oh, Mandenhar. Yep, it's not even Manetheren, so much longer ago than even that.
Mm-hmm.
But in a way, that was a cover or like a parody. "I'm down at the bottom of the well" is a parody of "The Last Stand at Mandenhar," right?
Right. And copyright,
Folk song.
after 100 years, it goes into the general population, the free airspace. That's why we can sing "Happy Birthday" now. There's only like 8 chords.
I kind of feel like once it became without consequence, no one wants to sing that anymore. You don't hear "Happy Birthday" anymore.
Ryan, happy birthday.
I don't know.
Maybe I should just get out more.
Parties all the time, and I certainly hear it. So,
All right,
Yeah.
but can we all just agree that it is the worst song for us all to agree that we need to sing that together? Like, why is it about American songs? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, what? Yeah, first we have that like jump to the 6th or something, which is so hard for people. Happy birthday, and then we also in our national anthem. It is one of the hardest songs to fucking sing.
I think it's just that people are no longer in choirs at church, so they don't know how to sing. But that was common for
Obviously,
years.
that's what's
I could
happening.
sing it like a freaking
Go back.
nightingale.
National anthem,
What is
Dan?
your message, Josh?
Yeah.
Is it to go back?
Okay, give me, go, Dan.
Yeah.
National anthem.
You want-
I want to hear that jump. Hear the jump. Go to the jump.
Bye, Brian.
All right. Chapter 20 is called "Questions of Treason." It
Thank you,
has
Kevin.
the Adam. Hello.
Hello, Kevin.
Northcutt.
Yeah,
Northcutt's
Mo-
joining the pod, eh?
Mozart, that overachiever, that Randy
Pure genius of a
Little-
human.
little
What?
protege. This is a Bethaman chapter, and this is the chapter that we were talking about that is a little hard to read. So, to be honest, guys, we're not going to shy away from the fact that this woman is a soul dom and is talking about breaking women to make them pliant in this, as far as having
Happy birthday,
effective
Noah
demonic.
Yeah, happy. Yeah, then yeah.
Happy
birthday!
Happy birthday. Cheers.
So Bethaman is there doing an inspection. She's at the palace. She's there to inspect the demonic. She goes up to the kennels. She has Rena with us. Rena, if you guys are show watchers, died. So there's that. But not in the book. Rena's here. And she is diminished. Yeah. Previously on
Yeah.
Previously on Real Talk.
She died. So.
She died.
They go through, and she is doing an inspection that is pretty gross. She explains how changing their names make them more pliant. That giving them one woman, she decides to not give out punishments and rewards arbitrarily, so she doesn't know if she's doing something good. That's another way she intends to break them. She goes through like a little bit of a list here, and so I guess let's talk about Bethaman and what we learned about the Shanshin culture in this chapter, guys.
Yeah.
Real fast though. I think Robert Jordan created a long version of resting bitch face. All right, I'm going to quote it here. Her face seemed perpetually angry, even in repose. That is resting bitch face. Yes, guys. Ryan, is that our first poll? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not.
Case Nice and I has the opposite of a resting bitch face. What do you call it? Resting like happy. Yeah.
That is
Her
not true.
face-
I totally have resting bitch face when I'm not, or when I'm like in deep thought and I'm not thinking about how my face is supposed to look. It's not good.
I think it's sexy.
It's perpetually sexy, even in repose. So, anyways, I thought I read that and I was like, "Holy cow!" He just described.
So the definition, just to be clear, is a sullen or scowling expression attributed to or unconsciously adopted by a person when in repose.
Yeah.
So he even borrows the last word of the definition in the sentence.
So,
Always
yeah, she talks to Tessie. Tessie, she do be doing well, but Tessie's a freaking, she's a little conniver, and she's like, I know that Tessie ain't gonna do it. So, she gave her a little treat, a little candy. But it said, but the smile slipped a little. And she goes, quote, so it was like that, was it? Pretending to accept in order to lull the Soldom was not unknown, but given what Tessie had been, very likely she was plotting escape as well. She writes a strong suggestion that her training be redoubled along with her punishments and her rewards be sporadic. Go ahead.
Fingering her?
Okay. All right. Yes. Yes. Nice.
Out of context, just with a question mark.
Yes.
Just a questioning lilt in the end.
That wasn't fingering her.
Yeah, fingering her.
But we learn what happened with Rena and Seta. Rena and Seta. They were the Soldom that were collared. They were like clawing the collars at each other's throat, trying to get them off, like crying, barfing all over. Blah. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Barf. Oh, I can't get it off. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Barf.
Okay.
Etc. Ad nauseum. No pun intended. So,
do you think they apologize? Sorry, just go, Josh.
Nausea ad nauseum.
That's your phone.
Yes, it's ad nauseum. So, and Bethaman's like, holy fuck, this is probably me. She's like, quote, did she almost see the weaves, or did she really see them? Sometimes she thought she felt the channeling too. She's like, even though go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Finish the quote.
No, even though they have to go undergo training, she's passed. But she's like, I don't know if I'm in another life. I could probably be just like them, be collared and shit.
Just barfing on my friend.
Just barfing.
Okay. I'm imagining it. Do you think they apologize after every time? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh god.
All right, moving on.
Well,
first off, everyone, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, please like and subscribe.
Be sure to smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
Thank you.
Okay.
Why are there no male Maratamane? If it doesn't have to do with female channeling.
Well, Marath Damane are the Aes Sedai, right? That's the term for Aes Sedai.
I thought the Maratamane were Suldam are the ones who hold the leash.
Correct.
Right. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Why are there no male Suldam if it doesn't require the power to use a Damane?
Isn't that part of like the trick though? It's like trickery within, like they don't want them to know that they can channel or something. And
Well,
so
yeah, they
have
don't.
to use the people that can channel, like,
Right, but I'm saying,
use
like,
people that can channel to channel because it's
I'm just saying that.
beneficial.
Yeah, yes, that is the lie that she is questioning that has been revealed since Falm. Right.
But then wouldn't that be why there aren't any men?
Well, we know that, but I'm just saying, had no one ever thought to try a man on the other end of a collar, on the other end of a leash? And if it didn't work, wouldn't that indicate that it has something to do with them being women? That they're able to do it?
I mean, that's a really good question. I guess if they had thought past their assholes, they might have.
But the whole point is, all of these people are basically
after all. So
they're
I don't
something.
think
They're
that
mind
that's wrong.
controlled, right? They've been
they're mind-
brainwashed.
yeah.
They're brainwashed at least.
I imagine it would have something to do with that, probably more than anything, because.
Oh my God, is Dan okay?
I don't know.
Dan, that was a really creepy posture.
That's a resting, sexy, weird, scary face.
Resting dead
And
person.
repose.
Yeah, resting good face and repose. Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again. Do it again. So apparently Rena got busted, but Saroth fucking hid this shit, right?
Right.
And so Bethamin is like, I don't know what's going on here. Either she's doing it to protect the Empire, or she's doing it because she's a shady little minx. I don't know what's up. And so she's baffled. She knows that her shit's on the line because she is she let Aegianan free?
Right.
Who? Aegianan. She released Aegianan. She's like, she's like, all this is coming back, and here's Tuon here, and all these things, and a seeker shows up and talks to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she goes into her room, and a seeker is like going through her shit, like reading her diary. Her super awesome safe is totally open on the bed. She's like, what? She's like, all right, good thing I didn't write like, dear diary. Being a Shanshan is so makes me so horny. I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm just kidding. What else do you write in your diary? I don't know. I never. Dear diary. Yeah. Dear diary. And puberty is so rough. And boners in math class all the time. That was a callback. Here's a. Is this a drinking obligation?
Yes.
Inside of her cheek to still her tongue.
Sorry.
Thank you, Kate. Kate goes exactly where I'm hoping someone goes with these. She's like, yep. All right. Yeah, these seekers of truth are. There's a weird rule around them. They
spent all their free hours engaged in debauchery.
Yes. Nice.
Okay, well, why
There
not?
you go. Working
Why wouldn't
twice
you?
as hard and twice as long.
Yes.
Okay. Twice as hard and twice as long is for sure.
Yep.
So the rule. How do you guys interpret the rules of the seekers? It says here, quote, he could put even Saroth to the question or Tuon herself.
Mhm.
True, he would die horribly if it turned out he had been in error, but the risk was small with Aegianan. Are these like? Is this like the FBI?
Yeah, they're the FBI, CIA.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they can use Guantanamo shit.
They can, but unlike the people at Guantanamo, they actually pay a price when they get caught or it's brought out in public.
Then it's Guantanamo.
What does that
Wait,
mean?
what?
You can
It's
use
Guantanamo.
Guantanamo shit, but like you can use torture. They're getting waterboarded. They're getting like
They're
playing
Iraq
Ozzy
war shit.
Osbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cold in their cell.
Yeah, they're-
Guantanamo Man.
Doing naked prisoner pyramids. Yeah, gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
Naked women pyramids.
Yeah, naked prisoner pyramids.
Naked prisoner pyramids, like
Yeah.
cheerleaders, but prisoners.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And in
Uh-huh.
All right, just making sure.
Yep.
I don't know what
Yep.
school you went to, but the
Exactly.
cheerleaders at my school were not naked. Sorry.
What? No, Ryan, I'll send you a couple of videos.
Well, the prisoners might be, so.
There we go. So we he's talking about her, and he's like, all right, here's the thing, lady. You used to be good friends with Egyanin. I want you to be friends with her again. She's like, Egyanin is like up here, and I'm like down here. I can't just like go talk to her. He's like, lady, do what you gotta do, or I'm gonna question you. I'm putting you to the question. He seems to be catching on to this shit, though. He says, you Soldam always say that you can tell a Maratha Damane at sight, correct? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. So anyways, here's the way he says it. He says, Turok was a great man, but my duty is to the Empress.
Mm-hmm.
The Aes Sedai of these lands seek power in the Empire, a return to the days of chaos and murder. And he's like, for the Empire's sake, I dare not take Saroth. He's like, Saroth may not even be the head of this worm. He's like, I dare not take her until I can kill the whole worm. Egyanin is a thread I can follow to the worm, and you are a thread to Egyanin. So you will renew the friendship with her, whatever it takes. You understand me? She's like, yep, dig it. And then it goes into Egyanin chapter. What did you want to mention about chapter 20 before we jump into chapter 21?
I think it's odd that Bethaman flinches at the topic of murder when we've just like gone through all these horrible, horrifying things that she's perfectly okay with doing to other humans. And I get that in this culture of the Shanshan, they don't really see the Damani as like the Damani, right? Yeah, the Damani as people, right? They're more like animals to be discarded and used for and trained very specifically, and much more like a prisoner, but like an just broken and then rebuilt. And so it's not really like it's not treating somebody like a human, and definitely with no decency. But then like the mention of murder, and she's like, ooh, really? I don't know. I thought that was interesting that could evoke any sort of anything, or maybe she's not flinching for that reason. Is she flinching for something for some other reason?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe she's just flinching like, ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Ooh, that gets me going.
Ooh, I got tingly downstairs. I had to murder.
Oh, goodness me.
Bring me my saints and cats.
Sakes alive.
Sakes alive.
Where does she flinch about murder?
She flinches down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure anymore. No, okay.
While she's looking, everyone like and subscribe to the channel. We do this every Tuesday.
I remembered as well. I'm not reading it here, but she mentions murder.
Here.
Mentions Turok was murdered. Yeah.
Bethaman flinch. She does it a couple times, though. You're right, Dan. She does it a couple times. Bethaman flinched. Sometimes the blood died at one other's hands, of course, but the word murder was never mentioned.
Perfect.
And
Good job,
talk
Kate.
about it later.
I don't think it's murder though that she's flinching about. It's that the blood died in one another's hand. It's that one of the blood would kill another blood, right? That she's flinching at. I thought.
No, I think it was the overt use, just saying it was murder. She flinched at the word, and she's like, "Yeah, it happens, but we just don't say that."
Yeah, just
Right,
a
right,
mentioning of the word. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
About it. But
Yeah, we don't use that word. You use the hard word, hard R, and murder.
Yeah, we murder.
We murder all day.
Yeah. We've been murdering all day. Oh, I
We've
used
been
R.
murdering
Oh, you're right. Come on.
All right. So, what chapter are you on? Are we still on 20 or are we moving 21?
Yeah, we're going to 21, our last chapter.
All
of
right.
this thing. And guys, this is, I think, my new favorite icon. It looks like a tattoo that Popeye would have, maybe.
Yeah, it's Bill Doman's neck tattoo.
Or it looks like an album cover that for Mike Watt.
God, are we watching a 90s music video with shaky cam?
Bill Doman has that on his perineum. That's what I heard, Dan.
You held it great at the end. On his perineum?
That's a perineum tattoo on Bill Doman.
That do be hurting, but it do be worth it. Bale growled.
Jesus, the Domon taint tat.
one last drinking allegation. Sorry, from the last chapter.
Please.
Knees were shaking so hard.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Okay.
was like, what? Does that mean nothing to you? Wow, guys. You know, the fact that you're all three men and you can't understand what that might mean,
Yeah.
not good.
No, yeah. Sorry, when we get turned on, our blood doesn't flow to our knees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Knees are fine.
Yeah, after a good,
Head,
you don't feel a little weak in the knees? Nobody's...
Weak in the knees. So apparently, guys,
I might pull a muscle.
shoulders.
Her knees were shaking so hard?
so apparently,
Okay, that's good.
the
but-
solution for resting bitch face is that you put your hand on your chin like the thinker.
Are you Googling it right now?
No, I just happened to click on
You know what?
for a second. It says if you're resting
He's
The
trying to
person-
help you out, okay.
on the chin was nicer,
Okay,
more
I know
thoughtful,
this is
less judgmental, and higher on self-control and more intelligent than the one without. So
All right, can you show? All right, do it before and after, okay? Do resting bitch face, and then no,
That's
no.
resting awesome face.
Yes.
Oh, and now it's resting.
No, that's
awful.
nice.
that's you're doing model walking down the runway face.
That's... if I relax my muscles...
Mm-hmm. You do. You use, and now say the word debonair.
I'm gonna... You know what? Fuck all this. I'm gonna moo.
Okay, yeah, mew.
I can't...
All right, let's jump. Chapter 21 is called
21.
A Matter of Property.
we do it.
This is Eggian point of view. She is hanging out the Wandering Woman. This is a popular spot, the Wandering Woman, right?
Yeah. All right, yeah, and apparently Dovey is a North Harbor cartographer.
She'll show you all the good fishing spots.
She doesn't need to take notes. We'll just say that, right? I'm gonna...
So, and Eggian is like talking about, like, she's thinking about, she was living a good life, man. She was like on the path to success. She was fucking doing it, baby. She was like 10 years ahead of her time. It says she was captain of the Green 10 years before she should have any hope to it.
Captain of the Green.
But now Saroth was fucking suspicious because she's being a shady little numbskull.
Good catch.
Yeah. She knows that there's seekers around. The seeker was like following her, and she's like, fuck. Bale Doman was like, so they were like here's the story. They were on their way on a boat to go dump those bracelets. If you remember, Kay and Josh, they were asked to. Elaine and Nynaeve said, "Doman, you do be chucking this into the deepest part of the ocean and never look back." And he's like, "I do be doing it." And the Shanchan took him over. Egyanin saved their butter. It says that there was. Hold on. It was. She says, if I hadn't
She said, "Yeah, if we ran, they would have tore our mast in half with the power. There's no way out of it. So I said, I'm here as an emissary or some sort of nonsense, and basically,
oh yeah, we're just here to see the Empress. We're here to kiss her fucking toes."
May she live forever.
And they gave Sarath the bracelet itself. So Sarath has that bracelet. It never went into the ocean. They got pulled in. They're back into the fucking. They're there, and everyone is like super sus because Bail Doman, like Egyanin paid a lot of money for Doman after they got captured. He like lipped off. They're like, "Fuck you, we're gonna sell you." She's like, "No." And there were some other women who wanting some bail. They were like, "Hey, Bail, get it? Hey, Bail."
Hey, Bail.
Yeah, hey, Bail.
Hey, Bail.
And so she paid a lot of money to get him back. So he's the Sojin, but I guess kind of a name only. He has a pallet on the floor, but he ain't sleeping there. Fuck no. You know, Bail Doman is riding that ship nightly.
He's a dom.
He called her last. She's like, "Don't call me last. Not in public."
There's so many little details about how Robert writes her perspective. It's great. And it's subtly funny too. Like at one point he like spreads her arm out and so he spreads his arm out and she says in her mind he shouldn't do that. And then he lets him hug her. And it's just like so subtle. She's constantly, everything she's doing, she cannot get her like ingrained like
training.
Yeah. Like everything, all her beliefs are being challenged through her love for this guy. And it's cute as shit. I think this shit's fun.
It is. We also hear how weird their relationship is. So it's like she bought this guy. She bought him, right? And the fact that she bought him, it like she enters a contract. It's called a manumission.
Right.
Go ahead.
It'd be cruel if she let him go. And in Sanchin terms, letting your Sojin go, selling him, casting him off, manumissioning him, is actually a cruelty.
Correct. It says, she says, it requires me to provide for your livelihood as a free man to see that you can support yourself. In your case, that means buying a ship, I suppose. She's like, I can't really allow you to return to smuggling or anything.
It's like a sugar mommy or a pimp.
You know what? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Okay, Kay. Hey, Josh, Josh, did you increase the size of your earlobes? The circles in your ears?
The gauges? You didn't gauge up?
The ear from the beanie.
I feel like they're bigger.
Oh, the gauges?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they're still 7/8 or 9, 13, 16, 15, 16.
Josh, do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro?
Can you tie them out?
Can you toss them over your shoulder like you're a continental soldier?
Have you let a man fuck you in those ears, Josh?
I don't
Whoa.
think a man whose penis was that small, Ryan.
Seriously.
Ryan, do you want to fuck his earlobes?
No. I mean, you could just tear out one of your ribs, fuck your own earlobe with your small penis, Josh. How about that?
If he had this size hoop, then you might ask that
Ryan,
question. But he doesn't.
Small lovers are still good lovers. Yes, Kay, exactly.
I love it. Okay. Yes. So he's like, yeah, let's just get married. Let's be getting married. She's like, whoa, this is awesome. And she's like, I'm gonna marry this guy, but she didn't know like the whole process of the whole thing. She's like, I don't know if I can ask him. I don't know, this over here, it's weird, right? It's weird. He's like, let's just go to the wise woman. And she's like, well, now that I bought you, it's fucking weird. I can't just buy it. And actually, she thinks I don't want to marry property, is what she says. It
It's
says,
so crazy. Yeah.
it says, quote,
Buyer's remorse. Right?
Yeah.
yes.
The exact phrase is, quote, she was bitterly unsure if she could bring herself to marry manumitted property.
Exactly. So, gosh,
Right.
is this like caste system shit?
It's crazy. Well, it's like it's casted as it's straight up like slavery. Like you can't buy someone, and then you own him or her or them, and that's a slave. So yeah, this is slavery being upended because Doman's great.
Because Doobie.
Because Doman's so cool, and hey, she had him beat, and he's like, "Well, fine, I'm just not going to sleep with you until you apologize."
Right, and she's like, I had to say sorry to get the dick.
So I mean,
go ahead.
isn't it the idea of like he's using American culture, Western cultural values to show how, quote, alien the Sanshan culture is from democratic idealism.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's leveraging our own cultural heritage, training, and programming against us by pitting her against these values that Baal
And we are Baal Doman.
We are culturally Baal Doman, right? We are of Randland, of the free world, of Western cultural values of equality and non-ownership, and the rejection of slavery, right? Like, so
ideally, fingers crossed.
Well, I mean, slavery in the bedroom is different, Ryan.
Fingers crossed. That's what I said.
I know your own experience begs to differ here, my friend, but but in a sense, that's what this chapter is about, right? It's outlining through on an emotional level, on an existential level, the differences between Sanshan culture and Western culture, and like why that's so impactful and important.
Right. There is a emphasis on the rights and privileges.
Ooh, that's
that
a good
he
point.
would be giving up.
Lewis Jr. too. Yeah. We are still the imperialists in this, right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
But so are the British, so is Western Europe. I mean, that's why I say Western culture, not just Americans.
Mm-hmm.
And I would agree, actually, yeah, go back to Oliver Nomengarden. Yeah, I agree that this is a really amazing way of bringing out the cultural differences.
Absolutely. And I'm sure at this point he had been asked enough questions about the Sanshan. Like, we're fucking
these are two.
Yeah. We're 10 books in.
Mm-hmm.
We're 5 books. We're 2/3 of the way through the series, and I feel like I know nothing about the Sanshan.
Yep.
Crazy, huh?
In fact, I didn't want to know anything about them because they were portrayed as so horrible.
Yeah.
I remember like the book that ended with the Sanshan on the island of the seafarers of the sea folk.
Faldara?
No, like
what?
No, one of the books ends with this like prologue where it's the Sanshan ruler. I think it's Sarath.
I think it's Sarath as well.
Who's like on a sea folk island, and they're like staging their invasion. This is like book 4 or book 5.
I'm like,
in the book ends, but my point is the book ends with the Sanshan, and I remember thinking if the next book is just a bunch of Sanshan, I'm gonna fucking hate it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because at that point, the way they were portrayed was so like alien and just
So we've had back-to-back Shanshan chapters. Did you dislike reading them?
I disliked reading the first one a lot because that's what I was afraid all of the Sanshin chapters were going to be like.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the first one where there's like a glimmer of hope that like we might yet understand who they are and why they do the things they do and what it means to be Sanshin in the context of Ranland, and like how it's different from the values, the norms, and like ethical expectations, the moral system of the existing culture. Like we just haven't seen that until now.
No, they're such a mixed bag. Like again, like living under Shanshan rules sounds almost pretty nice. You could watch. It's like I was thinking about this. If like all of a sudden like a Satanist took over like the town I live in, and right, like all of a sudden it was just like, and all I had to do was like randomly walk around and be like, oh yeah, hail Satan, and then like everyone left me alone. I could do what I want. I could live safely, but I just have to just when someone says, hey, did you fucking hail Satan? I'm like, oh yeah, hell yeah, I hail Satan. That's all it sounds like.
Well, Ryan, and let's take it even further. Let's say that you live in an environment where there are women that can shoot fireballs, and for the most part, you kind of fear them. You don't, there's rumors that they're taking over. There's cabals. They're the deep state. They're controlling everything, and then these Satanists come in and they go, yeah. And by the way, we're just gonna round up all these women who shoot fireballs so we can control them. They're dangerous. Mm-hmm. You go, well, okay. From like
it's so rare. It's like
a blacksmith. Yeah. I'm a blacksmith. I don't fucking care.
No, on a lot of levels, it's so rare. It's not like it affects like air. Like it's not like you can look around and be like, hey, 1 in 10 people are affected by fentanyl abuse or whatever. It's like it's so rare.
We're at 66 right now. We're
66. We have 666. So yeah, hail Satan, guys. So yeah, I would for the common man, it is not necessarily. But this is the statement on colonialism in general, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Soon enough, people can't hail Satan anymore. It's a drag. There are a couple drinking obligations. So,
yes.
Bail Doman has been bitching. He's like, oh, I Doobie. Yeah, I could have. Oh, shit, I could have. Oh, Doobie. And she's like, she blocks him out. She's like, yeah, no, you would have been fucked up. You would have fucking died. It would have been bad. You should have kept your mouth shut.
Something that she's done like 20 plus.
Yeah. He's like, Doobie, fucking Doobie. And she's like, yeah, Doobies. And she even makes fun of him. She's like, you Doobie having a big mouth, and you Doobie should just sit your ass down or something. And then Bethamin comes in. Bethamin, our girl from last chapter.
Bethamin.
Two drinking obligations. Quote, and she comes in, she kneels, she's upright stiffly, and quote, began uncertainly, then swallowed.
All right.
And then and then Bethamin shifted on her knees and wasted more time with lip licking. Fucking lip licking.
Okay.
That's the one that I have underlined. She would have no lips left if she did not stop licking them.
Yeah.
All right, so here's mine. She caught her. Oh.
Go.
She caught her underlip in her teeth, She caught her underlip in her teeth and stared at Ganon. Her dark eyes were desperate and pleading, just as they had been in Tanchico.
Yes.
Oh, so good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
In that Tanchico basement.
Oh shit. Okay.
Drink.
Mosby. Those three sentences. Read those three sentences again, because that's like its own erotic story.
Yeah. She caught her underlip in her teeth and stared at Ganon. Her dark eyes were desperate and pleading, just as they had been in that Tanchico basement.
See, god damn it, that's good. That's good.
Good stuff, Josh.
Really good.
If anyone wants to continue that story, please get on our Discord.
That's the fanfic
Yeah.
opening line.
Again in Bethelman. Yeah, baby.
Okay, actually, fuck, it
Nice.
goes on, dude. Gannon met her gaze coolly, shoal waters, and an unexpected gale.
Ah!
It's so hot.
Oh my gosh, that is hot. I need a fan.
Oh god, it keeps going. Her strange orders to Ibudar suddenly were explained. She did not need a description to know it must be the same man.
Keep going. Keep going.
That's
Keep
it.
going.
I'm just-
Josh. Oh gosh.
Brother Dan, hand check.
Yeah, no.
That's so funny. I have the part where it's the description she did not need to know. That's
Oh
funny.
Jesus, Dan.
I just sniffed. Just sniffed my finger. So Bethany comes in. She's like, "All right." She lays it all on the table. She's like, "Hey, guess who just visited me? A big scary seeker who would is gonna
it's not
fucking
over.
he's gonna figure us out. He's gonna fucking figure us out." Again, it's like, well, guess what? I'm telling. If I get busted, I'm telling. Bethelman's like, well, I'm telling. If I get busted, they're like, oh, rats. That's a conundrum. So that's
Just portraits is encouraged right there. These women just all
I
right.
guess we're at an impasse then. So,
Well,
Yeah,
she's
we're-
like, she's like, they know about Rena and Seda. They know about the Rena and Seda. So now what? Sarath is being fucking weird. She's not
Mhm.
reacting as we thought she was. What does this mean? What are we supposed to do? And she's like, well, if you mention my name, I'm gonna kill you. They're like, don't.
It'll be murder.
Keep my name out your
Out
fucking
your fucking
mouth. And so Bethelman leaves. She's like, all right, hey, listen, you're my bitch. You are not doing anything. You come to me every day. This is what the Seeker is pretty much planning. You're going to come and hang out with me. We're going to have tea. You're going to tell me everything. You're not going to do anything. Peace out. Peace out. She's like, all right, bye. Bale's like, hey, all right. So you remember that couple that like was getting to second base on that bench, and she's like, ooh, gross, right? That was sick. He's like, no, that little rapscallion
Was Matt
who's
Cawthon?
all dressed to the nines, that's Matt Cawthon. And guess what? I could use this cat if we're gonna get the fuck out of here. So yeah, let's do that. She's like, I don't know. Okay, whatever. And whatever it took, really, it says whatever it took to stop him, whatever it took. So she's like, I don't care, whatever.
Mhm.
She says, thank you, Bale. Find this Matthew Cotham and Tom Maryland if you can.
Well, hang on. There's an important bit here.
Talk
It's
to me.
clear the Sanchin don't know about Murdral and fucking Trollocs.
Oh yeah, she's like, oh, that's
Yeah.
these are-
Someday, she growled, I'm going to have to see some of these Trollocs and Murdral you go on about. These things could not be half as fearsome as he described. I mean, maybe, like, that's insane, right?
That is. And what do you think that means? We have an entire army coming over here, and they don't even believe in the.
That the fucking Lord of the Rings last battle quote shit is going to, like,
Surprise them. They're like, what?
Yes.
So why does the Dark One not have any of his cats over there like that?
Yeah.
Why are all the Forsaken fucking in Ramland? That seems kind of lame. Like they're not global. They're not globally.
Yeah, right. Why are they so? Hey, hey,
some like mutual
hey,
warlord.
brother. Hey, Josh, it's corrupt local and act global.
Yeah, no. Tariffs. Tariffs.
Corrupt local act.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I would have imagined like a much more inventive
Yeah,
Very
my
good.
opinion of these
for the
guys just
Forsaken.
dropped massively.
So great. So great.
Trollocs, that old wives' tale. It's like RUSs. I don't think they exist.
Weren't they like at one point? Oh yeah, I heard one of those merger all things was like chasing Matt, right?
Yeah, she says it here. Yeah, this is where.
Yeah,
we
he's like, yeah, he beat Trollocs in another in Myrddraal, and if he's still alive, he's badass. And she's like, I don't even know what you're fucking talking about.
Mhm.
But okay, get
But-
him.
But
Get
she's
Tom
got a
Merlin.
problem with Grolm and fucking whatever the fuck, you know.
Yeah.
Did we talk about
That
that paragraph?
talk to me.
I'll try.
Well,
to find it.
I guess to be safe, like, how many people besides Borderlanders actually really do believe in Trollocs?
No, it's true, and the Two Rivers folk didn't. If we think back, right? Like,
Yeah, and it reminds me of like Tyrion in Game of Thrones. Like, it didn't believe in anything beyond the wall. He calls them ghouls and ghosts and
And Grumpkins or something.
Grumpkins. Yeah,
I mean, but if Josh is right, like this is such a cool thing to brought up like at this point in the books, though.
Yes.
That there's like a whole culture of people that haven't even seen these things that we've been dealing with or we've been watching all these other characters deal with these things and the repercussions of them from, know, the first like invasion of the Trollocs and the Two Rivers. So like, yeah, we know how much damage they can.
the Aes Sedai thought they were the shit too, right?
Did they?
And they didn't know about the Sanjin.
Yeah, correct.
I like to think they know about everything, right? All they knew about was Ramland.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
don't know.
that makes a good point. Do we hear about any boats in Tarvalon? Are they going anywhere across the sea? Are they doing any exploration?
I don't think so.
Dash. That's a good point. Thought he was a
yeah,
Trolloc.
they had no
so
idea. Yeah.
so does that mean they've? Do you think that means that they believe Trollocs existed and they thought they were seeing one for the first time, or are they like?
Also in Randland, right? That's not the Sanchen who think that. That's folk in Randland.
Yeah. No, no, in Carhian. Yeah.
In Matt, essentially. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if I saw like the Abominable Snowman, like I would go, holy shit, that's the Abominable Snowman. Even though up until this point, I do not believe in an Abominable Snowman.
Right.
I believe in a big, white, hairy beast that lives in the Arctic, which I call, never mind. Abominable. It's just that's the hardest thing, the Abominable Snowman. Anyways, so yeah, I would say that's what it is, but I wouldn't believe it until I saw it. Anyways, we can move on. It's a weird point. We have
Right,
70
that's
we
funny.
have 70 people. What
Where did you get abominable? Abominable. What a cool, gross name. It's like it does not just flow from the mouth. It like comes out like a rock slide.
It's like a baby's first word.
No, it's like it's just okay. Here's what it is. The Abominable Snowman actually named himself because he wanted someone to have to say, "Oh no, it's the Abominable Snowman," and he'd have enough time to already cut your throat out. So you're getting through Abominable, and it's like, boom, you're done. It's
Can you spell abominable?
Nice, right?
Obama, Obama.
Oh, you just spelled Obama.
No.
OBMA. All right. Anyways.
All right. And with that on
So-
topic conversation as usual.
So they're like, all right, we're gonna try and escape. That's cool. We'll get Tom Maryland. We'll get Matt Coffin, Bail Doman, Eggy Annan, and
They'll get the whole crew.
And apparently, Matt's gonna have to try to bring some Aes Sedai with him. Maybe. I mean, this is gonna be pretty fun, right, guys?
Okay, hang on. So, could it be that there are dark friends in Sanchin? Could Shadow Palace be in Sanchin? We see fucking. we see Avienda able to make a fucking gateway without even knowing what it was from Rand land to Sanchin land.
Yes. Oh, do you think that was pertinent somehow?
Is it only the?
If she could do it, a Forsaken can easily
ideal, right? Well, that's what I was thinking. That's where I was like, oh, well, certainly the Forsaken have been there and know about them. Anyone who has maybe information from prior to the breaking might know that they're there. Well, I guess I said I have that, but they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But they only have a library of what's known to them.
That is interesting. I mean, did Shara exist? Or not Shara, Sanchin, did that exist before the breaking itself? Or did the breaking in the world create this landmass?
So did we see plate tectonics emerge because of the breaking?
We saw oceans move. We saw land. We saw mountains get leveled. I mean, so it's not
moved. Yeah.
So it's not that unheard of to think that maybe it just didn't exist when the Age of Legends was around, because they would have freaking known it. They were flying cars,
and the Sanchin only happened after Luz Theron failed, right?
I don't remember hearing about them before. I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's
they're descendant. They believe they're descended of Arthur. Yeah.
Of Arthur Hawkwing.
Of Arthur Hawkwing.
Well after Luz, who's after Luz Theron.
Oh, that's after Luz Theron. Okay.
After the breaking, yes.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I wonder if there's waygates to there. If that place didn't exist, then they wouldn't have a waygate there. Per se, yeah.
But they have Ogier there.
They have Ogier, but we don't know if they have.
I kind of think of I think that the Ogier gardeners are like heart like Hell's Angels. Like if you go walking into a room full of Ogier gardeners would be like Pee Wee Herman walking into that biker bar. Right, and
where he knocks over every single motorcycle, and they pick him up and carry him into the bar like this.
So
we've pruned the hedges of many small villages.
Is it possible that? All right. Okay. Fuck. So Birgitta, we know, has been reborn. Not just now, where she's pulled into the real world, remembering she's Birgitte Silverbow, but she's been reborn a bunch of times, along with her fucking creepy ass looking husband, right? That she always falls in love with.
Yeah.
So, could other heroes of the Horn? Oh God, this is bending my brain. I don't know why I haven't thought of this before. Could other heroes of the Horn be reborn in the same way? And if so, could the people who are Ta'veren just be the heroes of the Horn?
Oh, like that's the final resting place is being a hero.
Yeah.
Like, didn't what's his fuck? Didn't Arthur Hawkwing basically imply that Perrin should be a hero or something like that? I remember this from the early books. I wasn't on the show at the time, but there was this thing where during the Faldara, or what was the first battle where Ram goes into the sky?
Falma.
At Falma. Oh fuck! I'm sick.
The heroes do say, "Oh, hey, son of battles, gambler," and also mention Perrin as Wolf Brother, I think, or
Right.
they acknowledge him in some regard to the wolves.
Right.
From that,
But wasn't
so
Brigitte
that's all.
always a hero of the Horn, and then she just came back like because she was. I thought.
Right,
she was
but I'm
always-
wondering, like, how many heroes of the Horn did we not see, and could the people who are heroes of the Horn be the people who are reborn, who are Tabarin? Fuck, it's so hard to explain this thought.
No. I get it because we hear about Brigitte living many times, coming back as a different ages, and then meeting up with her lover, who's always at a different age, usually younger, and they go through this whole melodrama. Okay, yeah, I've wondered like if the horn got blown while they're alive during those scenarios when they're little kids meeting each
Come
other.
back or not?
Do they get sucked out of the real world?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Is it?
Fuck. It's such an interesting question.
Well, that also asks. So, would Brigitte right now currently be Tabarin then?
I guess. Yeah. Do we see her be Tabarin? I don't feel like we do. Okay. Well, there goes that.
I mean,
but.
Well, but maybe
She
not
wasn't-
all heroes of the Horn have to be like. But we also think Tavernus comes and goes, though. Like when you
And
need
it's
to be there.
pattern.
Well, the pattern, it's when you enter into the like realm of the pattern. When your waveform goes up high enough that you enter the pattern or whatever. When your
then maybe-
vibrational
that's
energy
exactly what
goes
Kay
out,
was thinking. Yeah,
your
she was
vibrational
told.
energy. Sorry, Carissa. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, somehow I still understand. What you're talking about, though, and I still feel like it makes sense. It's like a whole thought experiment, though, because there's so many levels to that.
Yeah.
Just think about it more.
That's
should
a
come
really
back to
good
this
pickup
stuff.
about the Trollocs and Merodral. Yeah, you wonder what sort of Dark One monsters may be over there, and if there is any at all. That's interesting.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The globe is like, we're so focused on inside these maps that are at the beginning of the book, right? It's like, this is literally the geographic boundary of the information within the text.
Yes.
And it's weird. It's like we all like, it's not, even though we're so not in an omnipotent point of view.
Yes.
We're so within the limited point of view. And I guess in that sense, it's good writing, like that it's bounded in these ways by these, systems, but it can be frustrating.
But living it is frustrating too. Like they're being invaded by foreign peoples that they know nothing about. Like,
do you know about like the sea peoples from like 4,000 years ago who invaded like Egypt and Babylon and all throughout the Mediterranean and stuff? There's this like,
they're just like the major canoe. They had like those canoes with those extenders on each side, basically.
Like the catamaran.
Catamaran. Yeah.
well,
Canoe-maran?
but it was like there are these low relief carvings of these clearly mixed race groups of people who are like invading Egypt, and there's not like, it's not really known. Hello. It's not really known who they were, but they were like clearly a conglomeration of people. I just think it's like a similar idea, right? Like there's strangers, quote unquote, aliens invading your land, right? And you don't.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating. They got Ogiers, this no Trollocs, no Murdral, that we could tell. But also, this just one person's perspective, and,
they
all
live in Mordor, so. I'm sorry.
There is the Mountains of Mist as opposed to the Mountains of Doom.
Well, we do know that the Trollocs are afraid of water.
True that. Aren't we all, man?
And
guys, have you ever seen like shark?
So
orcas are taking out boats now.
Trolloc fantasy is all about like being spit on while they're having sex with you, so that because they're afraid of water.
Wow. Wow, Josh! Josh has created a weird moment.
That's his the first no for Josh.
Josh, this is your first referee, Josh. How's it feel? To feel warranted? Guys, next week we are doing 4 chapters. We're doing chapter 22 through 25. We have a map to start chapter 22, so it's awesome.
So we get new information in our book.
We get new information. We get new
It's
stuff.
a new map?
The new map.
And we're plugging through, man. I mean, this is, yeah, we're killing this book. I'm enjoying this a whole lot, guys. You guys, this was
This is a
every
great book.
bit as much as I hoped this talk was going to be tonight. I mean, I was like, there's some good shit to talk about, and you guys killed it.
And it looks like a clitoris.
Oh, what? All right. So, just wanted to say hi and welcome to all the new people who were hanging on in chat.
Yeah.
If at any moment you felt you wanted if at any point you wanted to say something or express yourself, feel free to do so next time. We're a very welcoming and warm and friendly community, and our chatters love to hear from everyone. This has been fun and exciting. I have a little surprise. Let's play one of our old school videos we made about 3 years ago and as an outro.
All right.
This
I love
one
you,
is
and I'm
our-
proud of you guys. Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you, proud of
Yeah. See you in church.
Wolves, bears. A winter that won't end. Crops that won't sprout. No storks at bell time. And now a roaring Gildine. Now is not the time to change our leadership. As your mayor for the last 20 years, Bran Alvear has the experience and leadership to bring Edmondsfield out of these difficulties. And now, for the first time, Beltime celebrations include a gleeman, a peddler, and fireworks. Bran Alvear knows what is best for Edmondsfield folk. But you Terran ferrymen can just stay where you belong. Bran Alvear is the best for Edmondsfield because he is Edmondsfield. Vote Bran Alvear as your mayor. In the 2 rivers, the choice is clear. That's Bran Alvear. Paid for by the Wine Spring Inn. Why stay in thatched house when you have the Wine Spring Inn? Has a beautiful red tile roof, Tamil Thor's limited reserve